So this is the start of everything. Thank you guys for being here. So the very first thing I want to get over, I want to get out of the way before we begin, is really just expectations and what you guys can expect and what you should expect, especially whenever it comes to making money on Facebook or making money on any social platform or on the internet in general. This is not a very quick process. It's not something that, you know, you're going to do this today and then tomorrow all of a sudden, you know, you're going to have $1 million, or you can quit your job, or you can, you know, go buy a Lamborghini or anything like that. So you should, and if you actually set those expectations in your head, if you actually set in your head expectations that, you know, oh, hey, a week from now I'm going to be rich, or hey, a week from now I'm going to be making $1,000 a month or an extra $3,000 a month, then all you're going to do is set yourself up for failure. And what that's going to do is it's going to have a compounding effect on you, because you have this expectation, this unrealistic expectation in your head. And as you work towards that and you don't see that expectation get met, it's going to demotivate you from the stuff that you're doing, because you're not meeting an unrealistic expectation that you have. So if anything, what you should do is you should set your expectations lower than the actual results that you really want to get, so that if you meet your results, if you get those, then you went over and above your expectation, which is going to really increase your confidence and your mindset. And if you don't hit it, then you don't get frustrated. And that's one of the biggest things that I noticed that people end up getting demotivated about, and people end up, you know, wanting to quit and stop doing what they're doing beforehand, is because they've set some expectation, some unrealistic expectation in their head, and then they haven't met it, and that really demotivates them. So I want you guys to all be clear. I want you guys to all be clear on expectations, and not expect that, you know, that this is a really easy, quick process, because it's not. I mean, if it was a really easy, quick process, you guys wouldn't have bosses, you guys wouldn't have employers. If you have your own companies, you wouldn't have fucking employees, because they'd all be just fucking posting stupid shit on Facebook and making a shit ton of money. So you really need to make sure that you have realistic expectations, that this is a process, and there's certain things that you need to do, and you need to actually do them very consistently. And if you do them very consistently over and over and over again, then you will actually see results come in. It's kind of like I was talking earlier with Shane on solo traffic. You know, that traffic, just because you buy a bunch of solo traffic and no one buys your shit today, well, that don't mean the traffic's bad. It just means that those people don't know who the fuck you are. They don't understand what you're selling, and they're not ready to buy yet. All right. So not everybody's ready to buy. So it's a long-term game. To give you an example, I thought, and I wanted to fund my company on Facebook, and I wanted to stop working for clients and be able just to focus all our own products in December of 2017. All right. So, and actually before then I wanted to do that. I just hadn't actually started doing the work until December 2017. And December 2017, I launched my first bot course. I launched my first info product, where I was training people how to actually build chatbots. And I was getting a lot of my clients from the mini chat group and from the chat fuel group. And I was literally just had my own training course. It was like 100 hours of training on how to actually build chatbots. And I made some money from that. I made like $20,000, $30,000 from that course. But I sure the hell didn't fund my company. But every day, like literally every single day from December of 2017 until this day still, I would go to Facebook every day, and I would post content related to my end goal. I would post things that, like I said, either gave me credibility, either, actually put credibility in me, either by showing my company, or, by providing value and giving some education and information to people that they actually valued, or just doing things like singing on Facebook, singing songs and stuff on Facebook to cause people to like me. Or I would directly sell my stuff there, or I would make posts about problems that people had that my stuff could offer solutions to make them re-aware of their problem. But every day I would do that. I would show up, I would make, you know, 1 or 2 live videos. I would go to groups, I would post in groups and provide value in groups. I would find other people in groups posting and providing value, and I would make friends with them. I would tag them, I would comment on their stuff so that they could actually see me. And I did this over and over and over. And a month went by, and I was spending so much time on Facebook doing this. A month went by, my company wasn't funded. 2 months went by, my company wasn't funded. I didn't get my first sale for the partnership program until October. So literally 9 months in of fucking doing the same shit every single day before I actually got my first sale in the partnership program. The original partner program, before we started the junior partner program, I didn't fill it up until like 2 months after my first sale. It didn't get filled up until the end of December 2018. So an entire year of my time went to build credibility on Facebook, went to build a name for myself and a brand for myself and trust with all the people that were actually following me. So there's a whole fucking year of time. And there were lots of times where you can ask my wife, there were lots of times where, I'm not going to say that I fucking thought about suicide or anything like that, but there were lots of times where, I was so unhappy selling services to clients, and the thing that I wanted to accomplish on Facebook wasn't happening, where I thought, fuck it, I'll quit. Let's just fucking close this company and fucking do something else. There were so many times that I got demotivated because, again, I personally myself, I had set an unrealistic expectation myself. I myself had thought, well, this is going to be easy. I've got a great offer. People are just going to want to buy it. And, when I launched the first partnership funnel, literally no shit, I thought within, 3 or 4 days, I would have the money that I needed for my company. I thought, hey, this is a great deal. I know these people. I got 1,500 people in my chat bot. I only need 300 of them to actually sign up. That's not that high of a conversion ratio. And I put this expectation in my head, and 2 weeks went by after launching that funnel. I still didn't have a single fucking partner sign up for it. And like I said, that shit broke me. And the reason that it broke me isn't because nobody signed up for my stuff. The reason that it broke me is because I myself put this expectation inside my head, and I expected for this thing to happen. And when it didn't happen, I felt like I failed. So I want you guys to all go into this understanding and setting realistic expectations that this is a long game. This is something that you have to work at every single day, and it's something that's going to take your time and your effort. And if you do that, and if you don't give up, and if you play that long game, then that's great. You're going to find the actual results that you want. But what you will notice is whenever you get demotivated and you decide, okay, hey, this isn't working, so I'm just not going to do this anymore because it's not working. Well, you're not going to get results in the future because you stopped doing shit. And then everything that you did beforehand, it's literally wasted. All right. So whenever you have those moments of demotivation, what I would encourage you to do is reevaluate your own expectations that you have in your head, and just think, hey, is this realistic whatsoever for me to have these thoughts? Is it realistic for me to think that I'm going to go, from 0 to 10K or 0 to 5K or 0 to 3K or 0 to 50K within 1 week or 2 weeks or 1 month or 2 months? Like if you look at my situation, I'm not that much of a social person, but I am super fucking smart. I've got an entire company that I can use for social proof. Whenever I do my lives, I can literally show my entire company to create credibility. And hey, this guy isn't just some desperate guy that needs some money. This guy, he's legit. He runs his own company. And even having all that shit, I still had to spend a whole year on Facebook just constantly posting, going into groups, trying to provide value to those people so that people could see me, they could know me, they could trust me, and they could associate, that John just isn't here just to get money, when I really actually am here just to get money. But I can't have those people, I can't have people associate me and say, oh, hey, John's just here for money. I am just here for money, and that's the only reason I'm here. But I don't want people can't have that association for me. And it took me a year, you know, and I guess over a year, because it's been over a year now, to actually build that up. So you guys need to make sure that you're setting realistic expectations. And then if you do get demotivated and you actually end up getting demotivated because you're not actually seeing the results that you want, turn that into fuel for your fire. You know, make some valuable content around that. Go in and create valuable content about the feelings that you're having and why you're feeling that way and how you're going to get over it and how you're going to overcome it, because probably the people that are following you and your avatars, they're probably feeling the same way and they felt the same way, and that's going to help them. So again, I just want to stress to you, this is not a quick process. It's not a process. There's nothing that I'm going to show you or teach you where all of a sudden your life is going to be changed tomorrow. Everything that I'm going to show you and teach you are things that you need to be doing on a consistent basis. And the more that you do it on a consistent basis, again, the more people are going to realize that regardless if you're just here for money and all you fucking want is money, if you're doing it on a consistent basis, people are actually going to understand and they're going to believe that you're not just here for money, that you're legitimately here to help them. And then that is going to translate into money for you guys. So does anybody have any questions about that they want to talk about? You guys are free to use your mics and stuff if you guys have any questions.
Hi, John, I have a question.
Everything okay? Well, I got some, how do I call it? Some mind bugs because I switch a lot. I had a Facebook header with a Facebook profile. It started with Web Class Academy. But it got some engagement, but people find it too general because then they don't know what do I teach. And then I switched over to ultra learners, so kind of learning, more optimizing productivity. But that's also maybe too general. And now I switched on to passive income skills as the main header. And then affiliate marketing, e-commerce, and whatever. But I don't know which one I should choose because, Now you say you don't should associate it with making money because when passive income skills, it's associated with money, and I don't want to have the wrong association with it. So what would you recommend?
Well, I'm not saying that you can't associate what you're doing on Facebook with making money. Okay, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that you don't want people to have a perception of you and to think that all you care about is getting money from them. All right. Now, even if you watch me on Facebook, I just fucking straightforward tell people I'm here for money. If you're my friend, I'm going to try to get money from you. That's the only reason that we're friends, is because I want money from you. I literally straight up tell people that. But the stuff that I do on Facebook is kind of counterbalances that. The fact that I go to Facebook all the time and I try to provide value to people, I try to help people, it makes them understand that, yes, even though I'm here for money, I haven't got any money from you yet I'm still here helping you because because I understand that to actually get that money, I need to do something for you. So can you have your profile about affiliate marketing or passive income and associate your name and your brand with making money? Yes, for sure. But whenever you're doing stuff on Facebook, that should it all be about making money? Should it all get you closer to making money? Yes, it should. But it should do it in a way where people understand that you're legitimately going to help them, that you're not just going to steal and rob them from their money, and you're not just going to get that money and then say, okay, hey, now fuck off, guys, because I got your money. All right. Mm-hmm. That's not the perception that you want people to have for you. Mm-hmm. And as far as what you should be doing, we're going to go over that in just a little bit in the other section that I had prepared for today, which is just about clarity.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Great.
So anything else that you guys want to talk about on this expectations?
Time-wise, how much time do you typically spend in a day on Facebook doing these strategies, tactics?
Me personally, I probably spend 4 to 6 hours a day doing stuff on Facebook, me personally. So I do have a company to run and I do have a company to manage. So I do a lot of that and I meet with a lot of people. But I mean, even right now during this, I'm on Facebook, and if somebody pings me or something on Facebook, I'll reply to them. So I mean, you're going to think about it. Look, if you want Facebook to replace your full-time job and be your full-time income, this is going to be your full-time job. It's going to be your full-time income. So it depends on how fast you want to grow. The more time that you spend on Facebook, the faster that you're going to go. The less time that you spend on Facebook, the longer that it's going to take. So you should spend as much time as possible on Facebook when it comes to doing activities to make you money. Okay, I'm not saying just go fucking scroll around Facebook and read fucking people's shit just because you're bored and you don't have anything to do. All right, when you're on Facebook, look at it as this is my job. You're trying to find opportunities for yourself to actually make money. You're not just scrolling around fucking aimlessly watching stupid ass fucking videos and shit because you want entertainment. Literally, it's your job. So I spend a good amount of time, probably 4 to 6 hours a day. I spend going in and answering people, messaging people, going through groups and posting in groups, or I spend a lot of time trying to find other people's content because I would like to find what other people are actually doing and they're getting a lot of engagement and stuff on, and then use that as something that I can go in and actually regurgitate and use for my own. And we're going to have, not today, but in one of our future lessons, we're going to have a whole section on how you can actually do that. And it's actually a lot easier if you have some money. If you have some extra money, then the good thing about having extra money is there's a lot of fucking people out there already that no matter what you pick that you want to focus on, there's other people who have picked that and they've focused on it and they've created content, and most of the time they've packaged it up inside a course for you. And regardless of whether or not you need that course for yourself, I've bought a lot of courses that I don't fucking need at all, and I don't need to learn that shit. But guess what? For me, whenever it comes down, if I need to take 20 or 30 hours to go in and actually create course material and structure a course and create all the material versus somebody got a course for $3,000 that I can buy and pretty much, take my 20 hours and take it down to 3 hours, well, fuck it. I'm going to go just pay that person and see what they did and then take what they did and model it and use that for myself. So you should be prepared. You should be prepared to spend as much time as you possibly can.
Giovanni looked like he was going to answer a question.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so John, what do you think you attribute? You said you were having a tough time selling the partnerships. Was it that you switched your strategy and started doing a lot more of the Facebook Lives? Was it messaging? Was it the branding of yourself, saying that you're not a marketer? What shifted and kind of catapulted you at that point where you started getting a lot of more momentum?
Well, I think a lot of it was just consistency and being consistent every day and coming back every day and showing the same stuff. At first I would make a partnership. I would make a post about the partnership, or I would make a video about the partnership, and then I wouldn't do it again for a while because at first I thought, hey, these people are following me. They don't want to see me post the same thing over and over and over every single day. They're going to get sick of that. And then I don't want to say I had an epiphany or anything, but then, it just kind of clicked in my head, to be just completely honest. I don't fucking know these people. I fucking never met these people before. Why the fuck do I care if they fucking get mad about the shit that I post? Why the fuck do I get mad if they get upset because I posted the same fucking thing 3 days in a row, or I went live 4 times in the same day talking about the same thing? Let them fucking get mad. Let them fucking unfriend me and be done with it, and somebody else can fucking friend me. So I just started doing a lot more content. I realized that, hey, just because I went live this hour, not everybody spends their entire day on Facebook. Lots of people, especially not the people that have money to buy the stuff that I want, they don't spend their entire day on Facebook. So if I go live at 9 o'clock in the morning about the partnership program, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the people who are on Facebook at 3 o'clock on the afternoon are different than the people who were there at 9 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to get a whole new audience. And the overlap, those people that overlap and they're there at 9 a.m. in the morning to see my live, and they're there at 3 p.m. to see my live, and they're there at 5 p.m. to see my live, and they're there at 7 p.m. to see my live, and they're there at 9 p.m. to see my live. Well, guess what? Those motherfuckers are on Facebook all fucking day. They don't have a fucking job, apparently. They just spend their whole day on Facebook. They don't even have the money to buy my shit. So if they get mad and they unfriend me, what's that hurt me? That doesn't fucking hurt me. That some dude that just spends his whole fucking day on Facebook that gets mad because I went live 5 times about the same thing that day, that doesn't hurt me. So I think a lot of it was consistency. But then just the other stuff that I told you guys about in the earlier training that hopefully that you went through, a lot of it was just associating myself with other influencers like Spencer. And I mean, I targeted a lot the ClickFunnels group because they were really the type of avatar that seemed to me that would be really susceptible to what I had, and would be able to buy my stuff. So I was constantly in their tagging Spencer. I was constantly in there tagging Catlin. I was constantly in there tagging Kevin Likas and tagging, Chris Benetti and tagging Rachel Lee and all the people that were influencing my avatar. I was just constantly in there tagging those people. When I would see their post, I would go in there and comment on their post. If you guys, we haven't went through it in depth, and we're gonna go through it more in depth. But in the paid course, or in the free course, there's a part about Facebook comments and how they're like your currency. Hopefully you guys have watched that. But if you haven't watched that, it just basically explains to you how commenting on a post in Facebook is kind of like getting free advertising dollars. And I would constantly do that to these influencers. I would find their posts and I would just go in and I would tag them in that post. And I would comment on that post. And every time I commented on that post, I would tag them so that they could see, hey, it's because those guys, they know the same shit, right? Those guys also know that, hey, these comments are just like currency, and they sit and ration it out. So and they know that, they understand the game, and they do the same stuff for themselves, And so whenever I would go in and comment on their stuff, I would always tag them so that they would get a notification that I tagged them, and they would get to come see my thing, even if it just said thank you. And they would either consciously or subconsciously understand that I'm making them money, right? I'm giving them free advertising. And I would do that all fucking day long. I would just go into their post and I would keep their post at the top of the group all the time. Why? Because I don't have a brand for myself yet. So to easily go in and create a brand for myself, all it really does to create a brand for yourself, get other people with the brand to start talking about you. And that was my goal. I'm going to keep fucking with these people and keep fucking with these people. And I'm going to keep helping them without them really doing anything for me until one of two things happen. Either they help me and actually repay me for all the shit that I'm doing for them, or until someone else does and they don't. And whenever somebody else does and they don't, fuck them, I'll double down on the person that's actually helping me. All right. When someone else decides, okay, hey, John's helping me out a lot, I'm going to tag John. I'm going to give shout outs to John. And somebody else that I'm doing that for doesn't, fuck them. I'm not going to fuck with them anymore. I'll double down on the person that's actually helping me because it's going to cause him to actually help me more. So doing that and then going in the groups all the time, I spend a lot of time. Like if you still go today, I haven't been in the ClickFunnels group for like the actual main official group for like this entire year. So for like 6 months, because I say fuck too often to be allowed in their little Mormon group. But if you go in that group and you search my name, you'll see so many posts still of mine inside that group all over the place. And it's literally just me going in there trying to provide encouragement to those people, trying to provide tricks and tips and help for those people. And that causes everybody to actually start to see who I actually am. So just that consistency of always going in and posting people and tagging people, and really to get the partnership program funded, the biggest thing that really put it over the edge was doing interviews with people like Zeki and Rachel and Catlin and Spencer, and getting them on the interview to commit to signing up to my actual partner program, and then having them sign up for my partner program, and then making a post tagging them and showing like the social proof where they just bought my thing and sharing that on Facebook. Because after, you know, after Catlin and Spencer and Rachel, after they all joined my partner program, I'd go and take a snippet from ClickFunnels showing that they just joined. I'd go make a post. I'd tag them, you know, oh shit, I just got this partner, fucking so grateful. And then from that, other people would see, damn, you know, Spencer's got 1,000, 10,000 people that actually follow him. So his people would see, you know, hey, if Spencer just joined this and gave this guy money, it's probably something that I wanted to join. And that was really a combination of efforts of, that was a combination of essentially tagging them, spending my Facebook currency on them, going in and actually commenting on their stuff all the time and getting their stuff engagement, and then messaging them that, hey, I'd love to interview, I love what you're doing, and then actually getting them on an interview, and then just straightforward on the interview saying, hey, you know, why don't you, I mean, here's all the information about my partner program I've been meaning to tell you about. What do you think about it? Do you want to join? Why don't you join? I'd love to have you as a partner. And just calling them out on that live interview.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks, Mario.
Yep. Anything else? Any other questions about expectations or anything else you guys want to talk about on expectations?
So, John, hello everyone, by the way. Nice to see everyone. Nice to put names to faces. I think the biggest part for me is that I'm quite new to this, and I was originally going down the ClickFunnels route, and I started to have some good success with marketing the IFA challenge, and I was putting out my own educational tutorials on YouTube and getting some good traction from that. Then you popped up into my inbox, and that kind of halted for me because I started going through and looking at my process of my own Facebook funnel and seeing that it wasn't up to scratch. And last night I started updating that, but I realised that I was struggling with the offer that I was to put in my featured image. I was struggling with the offer that I needed to create to put that out to the market about my featured image. And I don't know if that's just because I'm quite new to this, but at the minute it feels like there's so many carrots being dangled with the looks of the partnership software that I like the look of. Like, I've just got rid of that click magic, just because is it Wizard Links does
Link
that
Wizard.
already? Link Wizard, sorry, does that already. So I think I'm struggling with the offer, and to me, the offer of going out right now and offering my services or my Facebook friendship for $7 a month at the minute just feels a bit cheeky, just because I don't feel like I can properly back that up with not only the time but also the value at the moment.
Okay, so is your question specifically about what you should offer?
Yes, I suppose so. Being so new to this program at the moment, it feels like it's taken me off a bit of a trajectory onto a different angle at the moment, whereas my focus was ClickFunnels, and I was starting to have some kind of success there by marketing on YouTube. And right now, I've paused.
Why'd you stop that?
I think it's just time constraints at the moment, and just that small window of opportunity. I'm trying to understand what it is that you're doing, and the Facebook. Is Facebook going to give me better bang for my buck? But yeah,
Well, the stuff that you do on Facebook, you can do on YouTube as well. I think that the issue that you have with YouTube is it's not near as social as Facebook is. You know, you post a video there, and you know people can comment, but they don't comment as much. And then I mean, you can go in and reply to their comments, but it's just there's not as much engagement as there is on Facebook. But you can do the same, and then obviously you can't tag people and stuff like that. You can't leverage other people's influence. So for me, I would definitely say Facebook has a lot more. There's a lot more potential in Facebook than YouTube, but you don't necessarily. I mean, you don't necessarily need to rule out YouTube. A good example, a great example of that is Paul. Paul follows me on YouTube. This course right here, he was the first person to buy this course. He bought this course before I told anybody it existed. I never even told anybody that this course existed. And then the funnel wasn't actually even complete for this course, and he had already purchased it. How? Because he follows me on YouTube. I created the videos for the funnel, posted them on YouTube, put a link to the funnel that wasn't actually even finished yet in my YouTube video. As soon as I fucking posted that video, within fucking 30 minutes, he had bought my course. That didn't come from Facebook. That literally came, now he came from Facebook, and from Facebook, he went and followed me also on a social channel. And then as soon as I uploaded content to that social channel for something that wasn't even finished, he purchased it before the shit's even done. So I mean, I'm not saying neglect the other channel. You definitely shouldn't neglect the other channel. The rest of your question isn't really about expectations. So I'm gonna wait until we go over this little talk about getting clarity, and then I'll address that at the end of that. So anything else? Any other questions or anything that you guys want to talk about expectations?
Dave has one in the chat about how do you class someone as an influencer? How many friends, fans, or followers do they need for you?
I mean, I don't have a classification where I'm like, hey, this person is an influencer because he has this many fans. He's got this many followers. For me, for somebody to be an influencer, I just need to see that people are engaging with them, and the people that are engaging with them are the types of people who can buy my stuff. So, like if you look at Zeki isn't near as big as Catlin or Spencer, but he's got his own group on affiliate marketing that has like 2,000 people or something in it, and he posts content, and whenever he posts content, people engage on it. He doesn't get as much engagement as Spencer gets, but he still gets engagement, and every one of those engaged people are people who can buy my stuff, and I can just leverage that relationship with Zeki, and I can leverage him because he's influencing my people. So I don't have like a number of followers or fans or friends that somebody has to have, because that's irrelevant. You know, you could have fucking 5,000 friends and they could just all be random fucking people who never engage with your comment or your post. I mean, your page could have 1 million followers, and those followers could not comment on your stuff, not like your stuff, and never engage with your stuff. What do those followers do for you? Nothing. As opposed to somebody else could have 1,000 followers, and I could see whenever he posts content, he gets 200 comments on his post from his followers, as opposed to the dude with 1 million, he gets 50. To me, the guy with 1,000 is a much bigger influencer because he's actually influencing people to engage versus just having people who say, hey, I like you, I follow you. So I personally don't really have a number. I don't know what that number is. I just look for people who create content and who have people who are engaging with them, and those people are my target audience, because even if they only got 7 people that are following them, those 7 people are actually engaging them, it's going to be much easier for me to reach those people and get those people to actually buy my stuff if the person that they're already following and they already like, and they already have built up that trust and that likability, and that they already know them and they already have that goodwill with that person, that shit's going to transfer directly over to me. If that person likes me and that person starts talking about me, it's going to directly transfer over to me. So I don't think there is a magic number. I mean, there may be, but I don't know what it is. So you'll have to pay somebody else for that magic number, because I don't know what it is. So everybody else good with expectations? Just expect this is going to take you some time. All right. If it feels like you're not making progress, if you're not making money, that is to be expected. You should expect that. You should expect that it's going to take you time and effort before you actually put in results. And if you're willing to give the time and effort, you will actually get the results. The reason that other people don't actually get the results is because they give up, because they set an unrealistic expectation, and they go to Facebook for a week and they start doing this for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks and they don't get any results, so they fucking give up, and then that's it. So as long as you're not that person that actually gives up and you keep with it and you're consistent, then the results will come over time. Keep in mind, like if you guys follow Frank Kern, not that he's like a god or anything, but if you follow him, he talks a lot about this. Giovanni, we talked about this yesterday. I think you just left, but we talked about this yesterday when we were talking to you. Most people aren't ready to buy yet. Most people are not actually ready to buy yet. You guys yourself, you even think about your own things that you purchase. I mean, Todd, you got glasses on, and whenever you purchase those glasses, you probably didn't just go straight to the store, pick your glasses out, and buy them. You probably went to a store, checked out glasses, like, oh, okay, hey, I kind of like these, and then said, fuck it, and then maybe went to another store, checked them out, and then eventually came back and purchased a pair of glasses. Most people, you know, most things aren't impulsive buys where people just buy right now. And what happens on the internet is most people try to target. I'll try to show this to you over. I'll try to show this to you over here, where you can see it. I'm just going to draw over top of this other thing. Hopefully you can see it. All right. If you see this circle, I don't know if you can see it. I'll just put it right here. If you see this circle, all right, this is all your potential buyers right here. And these are the buyers that are actually ready to buy right here. The rest of these people, they have to go on a journey to get inside here. That journey takes time, all right? Most people on the internet, they target those people. Most people just try to target people who are actually ready to buy right now, and that's the smallest subset of the market. That's what I was talking to Giovanni about yesterday is, I mean, you can target those people and you can go after those people because they're ready to buy right now, but your more beneficial thing, the thing that is going to produce even more results in the long run, are targeting the people who aren't ready yet. Because those people who aren't ready yet, they're on their way to getting, I mean, they're on their way to getting ready to buy. They're on their way to go get ready to buy. And if you are the person that they're listening to and they're watching and it's in their ear and they're liking and they're knowing and trusting all along their journey to purchase, if that's you, then guess what? Once they're ready to buy, guess what's going to happen once they're ready to buy? All of a sudden, a whole bunch of motherfuckers are going to pop up ready to take their money because now they think, okay, hey, this person's ready to buy. So now everybody's going to come in and target them. Oh, you're ready to buy my stuff. But guess who? If you're the one that's with them from the time they're not ready to buy and you're with them all along the way until they are actually ready to buy, once all those other people pop up, they're not even going to know those people. They're not going to like those people. They're not going to trust those people. They're not going to give a fuck about those people. They're ready to buy. They're just going to go in and buy from you because you've been with them the entire way. All right. And that's who most people target, are the people who are ready to buy. So like I said, if you play the long game, like, you know how many people taught, how long did you follow me and how long did you watch me before you decided, you know, hey, I'll be a partner?
Not very long, actually.
Paul, what about you?
Maybe like 10, 15 days, maybe.
Also not very long. So I got in very, very quickly. You are very convincing.
That's not most people. Like in this new partner program, I've got a guy, his name's Mike Hendrick. He's been my Facebook friend for fucking 3 years. He literally watched me at my last job. He literally watched me from my last job. He watched me come to India for the very first time, watched me build my entire company up for 3 years before he decided to join my partner program. All right. I've got other people who've been, you know, Naveen said he's been 10 months. He was literally following me and watching my live and seeing what I'm doing for 10 months before he decided to actually become a partner. And that's a lot of the people. Now, let's say I would have gave up. That's the majority of the people. Let's say at 6 months in, I would have fucking gave up 6 months in. You want to know what I would have done? The majority of the people, I would have lost them. They would never fucking have became my partners and bought my shit. And I would have wasted 6 months worth of fucking time. All right. So just know it's a long game and just be prepared for that.